my type. Tampa Bay, let's roll. It's game day. Rays on the diamond, hopes in the sky. Bucs on the goal line, Bulls try to die. From the tailgate talk to the bright field club, you know where to go. It's the JP Peterson Show.
All right, welcome into a very special edition of the JP Show here. Wow, starting with little technical difficulties, but we're here. Sorry about that, everybody. Jeff Attinella is going to join us here in just a little bit from Rowdy Soccer and our World Cup correspondent to talk a little soccer, since Timmy doesn't like to talk about soccer. I have to get a friend to talk about it. What's up, Timmy? How are you, my friend?
You have to phone a friend just to talk soccer.
I'm not going to subject him to this today. I'm so excited about the United States men's national team. So hopefully Jeff will join us here just a little bit. We're off to a little bit of a rough start here. Just take you behind the curtain a little bit. Every day we come in here, it seems like there's another issue with internet or something else. Not necessarily here, but across the world and everything else. And then you add to it my absolute incompetence with technology. And this is what you guys get. But you'll get our best effort. So I give you that each and every day. Jeff's going to join us here in just a little bit as I rework this and get him on board. Timmy, did you watch the soccer game last night? Did you go out and enjoy it with your friends? Did we lose him? I lost him too. I can't hear you, Timmy. Why can I not hear you? Are you speaking to me? What the hell is going on with technology here today? Yeah, are you back now? Are you back? What the hell? I can't hear you. Great way to start the podcast. All right. Anyway, we'll get right into it. We'll try to figure this out as we go through.
I can't.
There you are. Junior Caminero with another home run last night. That's 6 games in a row. The youngest player to ever do that. We're going to get into some Rays talk here. What the Lightning did yesterday, I expected significant change. I think that would qualify as significant change. So we will get up to speed on what's going on with them. Stephen A. Smith broke the internet yesterday. So we'll talk a little bit about that. Racist shit.
Not wrong.
Which is a lot of interesting things going on there. So we got a lot to get to today. So let's dive right into it. Our good friend Jeff Attinella will join us here. USF Hall of Famer, MLS goalie, and I think the de facto voice of soccer here in Tampa Bay, my friend. You are the voice everyone listens to. That's why I bugged you today and kept you from going to the water park with your kids. How are you?
Oh, they're good, man. They understand it's the World Cup, so we're all good. They understand.
That's right.
They know they need to wait a little bit. They know.
Venture Island's got to wait, kid. The U.S. men are on a heater. That's
once every 4 years, man. They'll know.
That's the way it goes in this house. So get it right, youngster. I'm sure they know that already. I'm sure they're quite aware of how important soccer is in your house. I had to get you on just to kind of just celebrate what the hell we watched last night, man. It was so fun to watch. The drama was off the freaking charts. So before we get into all the red card bullshit, let's just talk about what we saw last night and the brilliance of this American team, the fight of this American team. I don't think I've ever been more proud of these guys. Your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, that's a big statement. I mean, I think, for this team, it was one of those moments where they were clearly the dominant team, right? That was very clear. Outside of the first 3 minutes or so, they were very clearly the dominant team. And then, for them to come together after that red card, obviously, I'm sure we'll talk about the red card, but for them to come together the way that they did and just really, you could just tell, man, there's something a little bit special about this team. There's a belief within this team. I think that starts with the head coach. But there's a belief within this team. There's a little bit of a grit. There's a lot more bite. And those are the types of things that you need to see. And against a team like Bosnia, I mean, Bosnia tried to make that game as ugly as possible, which, we talked about that, I think, before the game yesterday. But they tried to make it ugly. They tried to foul. They tried to slow the game down. And that's just how they play. And for the U.S. to dominate the way they did and the timing of their goals, I thought was everything. Because if you go into halftime 0-0, you're looking at something a little bit different. If that game stays 1-0 the way that it did, you're looking at a situation where they're just pumping balls into the box. So for US to play the way they did, for them to dominate the way they did, and then again respond the way they did when they got the red card, I think it's something that everybody could be proud of. And as far as looking forward, I think that Belgium's a team that's ripe for the picking. So
Yeah.
so we'll see, man. We got a lot of momentum going, and it's a fun time to be a US soccer fan.
Bologan's goal, and he had 2 or 3 last night, or one at least that was taken off the board for correct calls of offsides. Although I hate this VAR offsides, it just drives me nuts. But I guess they're getting it right, so that's okay. But Bologan is just another level striker that we have not seen for the U.S. side that I can ever remember. A guy that every time he touches the ball, he's that dangerous. What does that mean, and what does it mean moving forward that he's not going to play against Belgium? The red card was an absolute disaster call, terrible call. I guess it can't be appealed, but this is just such injustice for the U.S. in such a big moment. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a big loss. It's going to be a very big loss because against a team like Belgium, he's somebody that actually keeps their back line pretty honest. And he's somebody that you have to be really concerned about in front of goal, which, like you said, the U.S. hasn't really had a presence like that in that position for quite some time, if not ever. So for him to be missing the next game is a big miss. But at the same time, man, it's just somebody's, how it is, man. Somebody's got to step up. Some of these other forwards, they play for the biggest clubs. I don't think that Pochettino should mess with the lineup too much. I think that he should just slot a forward in because everyone else has been playing well.
Yeah,
but at the same time, man, I agree with you with the replay system. When there's like 10 refs sitting in a room together evaluating every single play and every single replay. And for me, it's just too much. Like I really haven't
That's
enjoyed
not
it.
the way the game was meant to be played or officiated.
Yeah, not at all. And like for me, I mean, it's not just the US call. For me, I mean, I thought that the call against Germany was too much. I think that some of these offsides where it's like, I think in the Colombia Portugal games, the guy's toenail was like a little bit past the line, so they called it back. So for me, it's just getting to be a little bit too much with how intense these replays are.
I agree.
And for the US, man, I mean, I think that everybody, it's just unfortunate. It's really unfortunate because it's just a natural movement, a natural play of the game. There was no ill intent into it. At the end of the day, he did go cleats up on him, so I understand it. But there also has to be, with this replay, there has to be a little sense of just recognizing the flow of the game and the moments of the game. And when you slow everything down like that, it's just, you could call something on everything if you're going to slow every play down like that. So it is frustrating, but I do think that it's not the big bad Belgium that they once were. And if this was going to happen, this is the right Belgium team for it to happen against, with the right US team for it to happen against, and it's going to be a tall task. But getting to the round of 8 was always going to be tough, and now it's just a little bit tougher.
Yeah, there's no appeal process here, right? Correct for bowling.
Yeah, so what I was reading, it was pretty much like you can't appeal the straight red in the game, but at the same time, I mean, it's FIFA. FIFA's never going to say they were wrong. So even if they appealed, they'd probably just charge the US $1 million for appealing and put it in their pockets.
Like they need more money, but it's not. But it's such an injustice at this moment. We finally get a striker who can play a world-class game, which is obviously the key to this whole game, is being able to finish. And we've had good teams, but not finishers like this, a group of finishers like this. And you look all over the tournament. That's what it's all about. Look at what Messi is doing. Look at what Mbappe did. I mean, that's what it's all about, this game, when it comes down to this level. And for him not to play, it's just, and we're hosting the cup and the build up, it's like, what the fuck are we doing? It's just ridiculous.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's tough, man. It's a really big blow. Like, of all the people that you don't want to lose, he's probably him or one of the center backs are probably the ones that you really didn't want to lose for this Belgium game.
Yeah.
But at the same time, man, it's the World Cup. Someone's got to step up. It's the World Cup. Someone's got to step up, and I think Pochettino is going to know how to set his lineup up the right way. Like, I don't think he's going to mess with it too much. And at the end of the day, man, it's up to one of these forwards. So whoever the second best forward, whoever Pochettino decides the second best forward that's an American citizen, you're up. And you got to put the ball in the back of the net, or at least you got to be a presence,
Hey, I hate to say this, but I'm so interested to hear. I was almost texted you last night about this, but what about Freese, the goalie? He was shaky last night. I mean, and shaky may not be the word. And I know you're a goaltender and maybe you're give a little bit more grace, but I don't know. If you're Pochettino, do you make a move here?
No, no chance. No chance.
No
I mean,
chance.
no chance. I mean, I thought that he actually, the first save that he had, I thought it was a pretty good one. That
Yeah.
ball was hit with some pace, and it was good to see him make a save. And then, that cross, it's a difficult. I understand, what it looked like. But
Yeah.
when there's 20 people in the box surrounding you as a goalkeeper, and
You're
the
getting
ball
bumped
gets and the
around.
ball get and the ball gets whipped in like that, that's a very difficult situation to
Yeah.
deal with. And I
Yeah.
thought that he stayed pretty calm under that and did a good job of clearing it. There was certainly a couple nervy moments there towards the end for sure. But
Yeah.
the thing about goalkeeping, man, is like you don't think about the nervy moments unless you get punished. So he comes that the one that he comes
Uh,
out, the one that he comes out and misses, that was really for me, that was really his only miscue of the night.
okay. All right.
And
All
and
right.
he didn't get punished. And then you look at the shots from distance that Belgium had. If those were on frame, I thought he had him covered. And
Okay.
I thought he was smart with the ball. And he still needs to be, he's gonna have to make 2 or 3 big time saves versus Belgium. So that's
Yeah.
really gonna be the really thing that tests him. But last night, if anything, I almost felt good that he had to touch the ball and he was in those moments where he was forced into some pressure because we hadn't
Yeah.
seen it
Yeah.
yet. We hadn't seen
Yeah.
it yet. So at the end of the day, he didn't give up any goals and he didn't get punished for the mistake he made. So, you just kind of move on to the next one.
Well, that's why I had to ask you, because my uneducated ass was like, "Oh, what's that guy doing? I don't know if he had those covered, but if they don't go in, then they're covered, right?
Then they're
That's the way,
covered. I mean, listen,
that's the way it works.
listen,
The only one that
there's no
knows is
doubt,
him.
there's no doubt that he's not, a top 5, 10 goalie in the world.
Right.
Like there's no doubt about that. But we don't have one of those. And if we did, he's playing for
Anymore.
Japan.
Yeah.
He's playing for Japan because he was born in New Jersey, but he opted to play for Japan. So
Ooh,
he's the
that's a
best we
whole
have.
nother story we'll have to talk about at another time. Okay.
Yeah, we'll dive into
Yeah.
that one later. But he's the best we have, and I thought he did all right last night when he was forced into a really big pressure situation.
Put into perspective the Tillman goal. Like, I don't want to say the M word, but I'll say the M word. Was that Messi-esque? That was in that moment down a player to get that shot in that way over the wall. Come on now.
Yeah, I mean, to hit a ball that way, when they were lining up, I was like, oh, this is in a pretty good spot. And then when he lined up the way that he did to hit it with power, I was a little bit confused because I thought they might try to bend it. But for him to hit a ball like that over the wall that dips with that type of speed, I mean, that takes so much skill. And for him to step up, especially for him to step up with all the other players that are on that roster, right? There are a lot of people
Yeah.
that could take that free kick. But for him to step up to hit that in the moment, I mean, it's up there with Landon Donovan versus Algeria. It's up there with
Right.
Jermaine Jones scoring. It's up there as one of the best goals of World Cup history.
I
And
agree.
and I think it's something that's going to be replayed for a long time.
That was insanely good. Pochettino choosing him, is that how that works?
No, I mean usually it's just something on the field. Like usually it's just you get a vibe for it on the field, and I'm sure that that's something that
Who
the guys,
decides?
players on the field. That's how it usually
Really?
goes down.
I
Yeah,
did not know that. I did not know that.
yeah. Yeah, usually you have your guy that is going to take free kicks.
Right,
Like you
right.
just have that guy. And then, there's sometimes where somebody steps up and says like, "No, I think I got this one," and it's up to whoever the guy is to decide whether or not, he wants
Really?
to give it
That's
up or
how it
not.
works?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, at least in my experience.
Wow, I
PKs
did not know that.
PKs
I
is a
think
little
that's
different.
fascinating.
Yeah, PKs is a little different. PKs like you just know who's going to be the taker,
Right,
and then
right, right.
if somebody else wants it, it's kind of up to the guy to give it to him or not. But yeah, man. Usually, I mean, at least in my experience with free kicks, it's like whoever's been hitting the best ones in trainings, or whoever's been scoring the
So
best
they all
ones.
look at each other and go, "Yeah, Tillman,
This
this is
guy,
his
yeah,
shot.
yeah, it's
This is
his,
his
this
shot."
guy, yeah, pretty
Really?
much.
Were
Like,
you surprised he was taking it?
I mean, a little bit, just because you think that it's going to be Pulisic, or you think it's going to
Right,
be one of these bigger name players. But
right.
at the end of the day, if this guy's been doing that in training, when I was on the Timbers, we had a center back that could do the same thing. And if he stepped up to take a free kick in a game, everybody would be scratching their heads and wondering what the hell is this guy doing up here.
Yeah.
But then, we've been watching him do it in practice for the last 5 months, and it's like, no, he can actually hit this the right way.
Yeah.
So you just understand that, that he might be the best person for the situation.
That's fascinating to me. All right, last question, then we'll get you out of here. Just what you saw last night around the world, the watch parties, just everything in terms of USA Soccer. I think the group stage games were 25 million people watching between Fox and Telemundo. the number for last night, prime time, may approach 35 million. What are your thoughts?
I mean, I think that the main thing is like, tell me another sport where USA's playing, where you're getting that type of response from an entire nation, right? I mean, you look at
hockey was close, but the numbers weren't like that.
Yeah, they're not like that, and it wasn't the Olympic finals, right? So, I mean, you look at what the sport does to bring that type of energy and bring those types of numbers together on the biggest stage, and it's just, it's just a reminder of what this sport's potential is in this country. And it's like if you get what 10% of those people to buy into supporting soccer going forward,
Yeah.
the World Cup is a huge success. So it's just fun. It's just, for me, it's just fun. Like you said it, man, I get to have a voice on this sport, and I get to have a voice on the different platforms, and for me to try to champion the sport and watch everybody get behind it. And, I have buddies texting me nonstop that know nothing about ball. And they're like, what do you think of that? Like, does that make sense? What do you mean? You know what I mean? Like my phone,
me. All right.
my phone just blows up during these games, and I love it because it's I love spreading the game.
The
and
privilege,
I think,
babe. Yeah, you're the voice.
It is. So I love it.
I think you should have your own soccer podcast, Tampa Bay Soccer Podcast, and I know just the studio you could do it in.
All right. We'll talk.
Any sponsors out there want to sponsor Jeff's Soccer Tampa Bay Podcast? Email me, jp@thejppetersonshow.com. We'll get it going.
I appreciate it. Yeah, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. It's fun to have a voice, man. I appreciate you letting me have some time on your platform.
All right, so Rowdy Soccer Saturday, right? Resend me those tickets to the good email that I fucked up the first one, so send it to, and then we'll give away these other ones today or tomorrow.
Absolutely, we'll do. So I have I reached out to the ticket guy. He's supposed to be sending them your way. If he doesn't, let me know.
Okay, cool, awesome. See you Saturday,
awesome, man. Thanks, JP.
All right, there's Jeff Attinella right there with Rowdy Soccer, Director of Content and Development, also USF Hall of Famer and MLS goalie. He knows his shit. Hope you enjoyed that, Tim, and I hope you learned a little something. I had no idea about the free kick thing.
Oh, I didn't know. I didn't know they had free kicks.
Yeah.
That's
and they all just kind of look at each other and decide it. Like, wow, all right.
That's how they should do free throws in basketball.
I was going to say, how can we extrapolate this to other sports where the coach? How about no timeouts in the NBA in the last 2 minutes? Because you all call the same stupid isolation play anyway. I don't know why we have to have 50 timeouts.
I tell you where this should apply in other sports is this should apply in football, like real football. And you should have a place kicker. There should be no place kicker on the roster, and everybody just looks around. Who's kicking the field goal right now? Who's kicking the extra point right now? What do we do? Who's doing it? Hey,
Wirfs, come here. You can kick. You can do anything. Tristan Wirfs will probably kick it. I'll tell you one thing that we need to absolutely adopt from these World Cup games is the post-game celebration. The post-game celebration with the fans, where you have a anthem or two or three, and so now it's Country Roads followed by, what was the other song? Maybe Sweet Caroline, and then they do Freebird, and everybody stays out. The team prays for which is really cool. I love watching that. A lot of times both teams are now coming together on the pitch, and both teams celebrate too, which I thought was really cool because after the American game, Bosnia, they played a hell of a game. They should be very proud. It was a big moment in their soccer history, even though they lost. They afforded themselves really well. It was a great game. So many of these games, I watched England and Congo yesterday, just incredible game. England was down and had to come back with 2 late Harry Kane headers to win it. The drama is just off the charts. I mean, the officiating's been inconsistent, but
if you had a Harry Kane header on your bingo card today, you win.
Yeah, there you go. And so add the post-game celebration. I love this idea. Now, the Lightning kind of do this. Hockey kind of does this a little bit. We'll do like 30 seconds. A team comes out. They shake hands with Vasi, and then they go to the middle of the ice. They put their sticks up, and we salute you, AC/DC song. So we kind of do that, and then we give out the 3 stars. So hockey's kind of got it right. But I think football should do this as well. Instead of just running off to the locker room, the winning team, stay on the field, 3 anthems, team goes up and down the field. You see it happen in big wins kind of organically. Remember back in the 80s when we had real encores? Yeah. When we had real encores where, Bruce finishes up after 4 hours and we don't leave. We just stand there, clap. They bring up the house lights. It doesn't matter. We just keep clapping and you stand up for 2 or 3 minutes until they come back out. You just refuse to leave. That used to happen, people, believe it or not. That actually used to happen.
Now. Yeah.
It's all they don't. Now. Yeah, they don't let that happen anymore. They ushers shoo you out, or the artist just doesn't want to do it. And they have the fake encore, where they take 30 seconds and then come out, and everybody knows the set list, so it's totally homogenized now. But for the post game celebration, that's what I'm talking about. That's what it should be. Baseball, football, whatever. I know the NBA probably wouldn't do it because those guys have to get to wherever they're going. But I think that, especially for football, I think it's a really good idea.
Yeah, the last time I saw an actual organic, I think it was organic, and if it wasn't, they played it really well, like it was. The last Def Leppard show that I went to a couple of years ago here in Dallas, I go see Def Leppard every time they're here, and they have the planned. They'll finish their set, their whatever their show, then they go in for 2 minutes, the crowd's going, and they have planned on-court songs, right? These are all planned.
Yeah.
Well, they played 2 encores, right? And they played all the songs. Like, so you're thinking at this point, well, this is done, but the crowd just kept going nuts. And they came out, Joe Elliott came out, he said, hey, we're supposed to be off by a certain time. We were told not to come back out, backstage, but you know what? You guys are amazing.
Fuck it.
He's like, look, we're going to play another song. I don't even know what we're going to play. And then Phil Collins, one of the guitarists came over and you could see them kind of talk. And he goes, cool. You know what? F it. We're going to play a song we haven't played in 20 years.
There you go.
And it was
that's
Too
what
Late
it's all
for
about.
Love off Pyromania, which is one of my favorite songs anyway. And you can tell they hadn't practiced it or rehearsed it because it was a little sketchy, but it felt very organic.
But that's the
really,
beauty
really
of it.
cool.
Yeah. That's the beauty of it. Yeah. Yeah. And I, as I sit here and say that, these post-game celebrations will become, corporatized and this post-game celebration anthem brought to you by, I get it. I know where it's going, but it maybe for a couple of years before that takes over, we could have just kind of semi-organic, post-game celebrations. I don't know. I kind of like it. I kind of like that whole, if we steal anything from the World Cup, let's steal that. That's good. But it was an amazing event last night, and watching it was just it's crazy good. And this whole red card thing, which will be all we talk about probably for the next 72 hours till Monday, Belgium game, it is, as I described to Jeff, at this moment in this time to have your striker of multiple generations get red carded for a complete bullshit call.
So I thought a red card just kicked you out of that game.
No, you get suspended for the next game. Yeah, because it's a red card is supposed to be egregious, and I think I don't know. Did I send you that one conversation with the from Fox? They had one of the FIFA referees on, and he didn't agree with the call of the red card because one of the key points of a red card has to be coming with speed and malice, and with speed means it's premeditated from a little ways away. It's usually some type of frustration where you're making up for something that somebody else did. None of that was present. So there was no malice in the challenge at all.
Of like an unsportsmanlike conduct.
Yeah, it's a flagrant too. It's like it clearly intelligent. Clearly intentional, trying to hurt somebody. There was none of that in this challenge. None of it. And Boliga's not that type of player. It's such a reach. And I thought his officiating in the most of the game was awful. He allowed way too much and then called ticky-tack fouls. It was a very poorly officiated game. And across the World Cup, it's from one game to the next. You have no idea what they're going to call and how they're going to call games. And then it's been so physical. And I don't know. I'm not that much of an expert, but that red card was complete, utter bullshit. And the fact that, in the most important game in maybe the history of U.S. soccer, quite frankly, because we're hosting the Cup, it's a round of 16. If we win this, it's the best win we've had since, I don't know, forever, since we beat Mexico, I think, in a round of 16. And it's on our own soil, which buys us another game and perhaps maybe even get our team to come east. That would be nice. Yeah, it's a big deal. And if we had bowling on, I think we'd be a solid favorite to beat Belgium, because this is an aging Belgium team that has seen its better years. We have an opportunity to really beat them. Even we still do, but if we have bowling on, I think I would be much more confident. So, but as Jeff said, sometimes this is an opportunity for somebody else to step up. All right, before we hit the break, I want to hit a couple other things here. Obviously, Junior last night with this 6th home run in a row, 6 games in a row, the youngest player in the history of the game to ever do it. The numbers he's piling up are just bananas. It's now 9 home runs in 8 games, 6 games in a row. He's getting player of the week last week. It's just ridiculous that every game he does this, and he's so freaking good. And this little tweak to his swing, open it up so he can, get to those inside. He's been getting crowded with inside fastballs. That's where they've been beating him. So he makes this little adjustment, opens up his stance a little bit, and now he can get to that. And pitchers now are like, okay, now what do we do? Now what do we do? If we leave it out over the plate, it's going 460 feet. If we on the outside of the plate, he's going to hit it out to right field. And now if we go inside, he's just going to pull it and get his hands out in front. And it's like they've got no answers. So they're going to have to find – and the only answer they have is just don't pitch to him. Barry Bonds him, until he gets impatient. And that hasn't worked for the most part. He's gone through a couple of, little mini slumps. But for the most part, that hasn't worked either. I mean, what this kid is doing at this age is absolutely unprecedented. And I know, listen, there's a lot of discussion online about where's his extension? Where's his extension? People, calm down. Jeez. Calm down. We've got him under control under the current system for 5 more years, 4 or 5 more years. I'm not saying, we're not going to extend him till then. That's stupid. But there's a few things going on right now. Okay. You have trying to get the stadium deal still done. I'm very confident it's going to get done, by the way. Never been more confident. For those who need a stadium update, there it is. So that's number one, but you still don't know what the cost certainty is. All right. Once you have this deal all done, now like how much money you have to put out cash to get the stadium built. Like there's a cash flow thing here. You gotta pay people, right? So they got to know when they're going to start getting revenue from the new stadium, when his new extension is going to kick in. But it's like running any other business. You got to know what the cash flow is. And when the cash flow is going to be, starting in the 20 millions, moving up to 50, 60, 70 million dollars a year, you got to have some cost certainty on where you're going. This is not a 2-year, $30 million deal. So there's no way the Rays can even think about doing this deal until they have that part of it done. Okay, so that's first and foremost. Second is the CBA. The CBA is going to radically change how players are paid, how much they're going to get paid, what percentage they're going to get paid. And also it's going to also deal with minor league stuff and other stuff that, certain things that the Rays don't know if they're going to have to pay for now or not pay for. So the CBA is going to drastically change, there's going to be a floor, a salary floor for sure, which is good. And the Rays don't run away from that. They're fine with that. Where their revenues are going, they're fine with that. This new ownership has changed everything. So please throw away your old mindset about the Rays, where it's a whole new deal now. This is a real ownership group that's interested in winning. This is not about one guy wanting to put money in his pockets. It's a totally different deal. So if you have any, but Neander does this. No, this is a new Neander. Okay. He has a new budget and he has a new set of bosses. So it's completely different. So any of the old way of thinking, I think this does not even apply here. So let's just put that out there. So don't worry about the junior extension. He's not going anywhere. These guys know how valuable he is as a player. And they know, we talked about this yesterday, how awesome he is off the field. A superstar player that actually gets it and wants to go out into the community and do stuff, wants to. Most of them, they got to go kicking and screaming. They have a minimum amount of community events that they have to do, and very few of them ever go over the minimum amount. Well, and especially with the last ownership, but then you have to pay them to do stuff. And of course, they will never do that. But these guys will. And with Junior, you don't have to. He gets it. So he is an absolute franchise dream. and he's bilingual, and he's has a world stage. I mean, you could not ask for maybe Ohtani. If there's one other player you would want, it would be Ohtani. But even the fact now that Junior's so much younger, you might even take Junior. So, but this is what this guy means to the franchise. He's not going anywhere. So all you people are like, oh, they're just going to sell him off like they did David Price. No. Not happening.
Oh, David Price flash.
And if I'm wrong on this, I might just quit. Because there's just, unless something completely unforeseen happens behind the scenes, or this stadium deal doesn't get done, that's another obviously big piece of this, because you can't do long-term extensions if you're living in Tropicana Field. Can't do that. Now, that's caveat to that. I mean, I'm talking this type of long-term extension. All right, so that's what the Rays are. Oh, by the way, Sugar Shane needed to, he needed a little rest. That's all he needed, and he looked great last night, and that's a big deal too. That's a huge deal. The fact that we didn't know if he was broken, like he would never return to that Shane McClanahan. Now we saw glimpses of it early on, and then he just got tired because he hasn't pitched in 2.5 years, folks, and he just needed a 1 week rest, and he's back. Now, they might have to do this once a month. He might have to skip a start, which in the buildup, that's okay. As long as our relief pitching's as good as it's been, then we're okay. So good on Shane McClanahan last night, and the Rays continue to win. That's 6 in a row for them. So that's 7 in a row. I'm losing track of all the streaks.
Right?
That's 7 in a row now. Yeah, so they're 3.5 games up on the Yankees. Fantastic. All right, and then we got to get to the Lightning. Let's take a break. I'll come back on the other side. Huge day for the Lightning. Significant change has been made, and Julien Brisebois might not be done. So we'll talk about that when we come back. We're brought to you by the great folks at Pitch Roofing, who will be joining us a little bit later on in the studio to tell you about some exciting things they got coming up. Listen, if you're a homeowner and you don't know what's going on with your roof, like how many years left do I have in my roof? What should I be planning to replace it? Is there any damage up there? Easy call. Go to pitchroofing.com, set up a meeting. They come out for free. They get up on your roof, check it all out, give you a reading on everything, and you know that you can trust them because they've been in business for a long time. 5-star reviews. They give you a warranty. They're actually going to live up to it. So many of these companies just come in, do some work in the area, and then they're gone. And so is your warranty that you paid for. Not at pitchroofing.com. Check them out right there on the website. Tell them JP sent you. Get the JP discount. Back in 3. Pitch Roofing believes giving back is part of doing business the right way. That's why they proudly offer exclusive discounts to those who gave the most to our communities, including veterans, first responders, seniors, and teachers. And for listeners of the JP Peterson Show, there's even more good news. Pitch Roofing is now offering a special discount just for fans of the show. With so many roofing companies coming and going in Florida, it's important to choose a contractor you can count on long after the job is done, especially when it comes to honoring your warranty. Pitch Roofing is built for the long haul with a reputation for quality, transparency, and standing behind their work. Whether it's a repair or a full replacement, their team delivers honest guidance, quality workmanship, and no high-pressure sales. Call 727-67-PITCH, 727-677-4824, or visit pitchroofing.com to schedule a free estimate.
Pitch Roofing, roofing done right.
Big thanks to Italiano Insurance, the great folks over there. They will soon be part of Gallagher Insurance. A little name change, but same great folks, same great customer service you've known for over 65 years. They do all the work. You save all the money. ItalianoInsurance.com at 813-877-7799. Hey, guys, you already know that Riveters is the best sports bar in all of Tampa Bay, but now it gets even better for Rays baseball season. During all Rays games, check this out, $6 Tito's, $6 Jack, $6 margaritas, all during Rays games. Are you kidding me? And that's always a great pour from the great bartenders at Riveters. Great service, great food, everything is fresh, nothing is frozen. And let me tell you, if you want baseball and wings, you will not find any better than Riveters. Their sauces, like the blue cheese and the ranch and everything, is handmade, and the wings are big, and they're perfect. Wings, baseball, Rays, Riveters. It all comes together during baseball season. Once again, in addition to all the great food and service, you get $6 Tito's, $6 Jacks, $6 margaritas. It's time to celebrate. Baseball season is back, and celebrate at Riveters. You know where it is, right there on Dale Mabry, just north of 275, just south of the stadium. See you there at Riveters. Hey, the Golden Diamond Source wants to be your family jeweler, so don't wait any longer to find that one-of-a-kind perfect engagement ring for that special someone in your life. At the Golden Diamond Source, they can design anything you want personally. The Golden Diamond Source can help you trade in your old broken jewelry and use it towards a new purchase as well. And with gold prices at record high, now is the best time to do it. They only sell natural diamonds at the Golden Diamond Source, so if it's a real love, it should be a real natural diamond. Don't start your relationship with a fake diamond. Bad idea. And with the Golden Diamond Source first-time buyer program, you can learn all about the 4 C's in all the different shapes and styles. And they are able to show you a huge selection of inventory to choose from. And don't forget, 0% financing for up to 5 years. If you finance $5,000, it's only $83 a month. Make sure it's a Golden Diamond Source diamond, 3800 Almerton Road, always online at goldendiamond.com.
It's a love you give only at Golden Diamond Source.
Hey, JP here for Genesis of Tampa and the Murphy Auto Group. I think the best way to experience a business is to use that business. And I just did at Genesis of Tampa. Just bought a GV70, a 2023, and it feels and drives all new. It's an absolutely fantastic car. The technology, the comfort, and the price, absolutely outstanding. Frankly, I never thought I could get into a car like this, but they made me a deal I could not refuse. And I also get the VIP service where you can just drive right up, their pit stop service. They'll top off all the fluids, make sure your air in your tires is good, new wipers if you want them. If you need extended service, they will come to you, bring you a courtesy car, and then bring your car back. What more do you want? The experience was just VIP all the way. And you can get that at Genesis of Tampa. And don't forget, you can get extended warranty, which I did. So I have worry-free miles up to 100,000, and all they do is just take it in. Actually, I don't have to take it in. They come to me. It's perfect. It's Genesis of Tampa right there, 801 East Bears Avenue, right off of 275. Go see them and tell them JP sent you.
Let's go.
Right now, back to the show on FanStream Sports.
Oh, happy 4th of July weekend, the big 250th coming up. Big thanks to Travis and Taylor for counter-programming America's 250th birthday.
Gross.
Jerks.
Idiots.
Weekend
Did
you
you see
picked.
did you see those idiots on top of the Empire State Building yesterday?
Yeah. I love that. I love
Holy
that. So
crap,
romantic.
dude.
Be romantic and go to the Golden Diamond Source. Yes. Guess what, kids? Today and tomorrow, $500 gets you $1,000. How American is that? Double your money at the Golden Diamond Source to celebrate America's 250th birthday. The Golden Diamond Source, those great patriots, Steve and Julie Weintraub, much like Betsy Ross and Sam Adams back in the day, doing it for you. They're going to turn that $500 into $1,000 with the gift card match. Purchase up to $500 gift card. They'll match it, giving you $1,000 in spending power. The Golden Diamond Source is proud to say most of their jewelry lines are made in America, kids. How about that? How patriotic is that? None of that cheap Chinese stuff that you get on YouTube or whatever the hell that thing is. They're even open on July 4th with special holiday hours, 10 a.m. to 5 o'clock, and then go watch the fireworks. It's the Golden Diamond Source. $500 gets you $1,000. You could do it with $250 if you want, $250 for America's birthday. Give out $250 gift card. That's cool. So do that at the Golden and Diamond Source.
At YouTube.
YouTube. What is that?
Temu?
Temu. Yeah, Temu. YouTube, Temu. Whatever. Shein.
Yeah.
No, none of that cheap Chinese stuff at the Golden Diamond Source. Just real diamonds, baby. Real diamonds. All right. So the Lightning get their defenseman in John Carlson. Now we have the grumpy old men blue line with 35-year-old Victor Hedman, 36-year-old John Carlson, and 37-year-old Big Mac back there. So if you like experienced defensemen, the Lightning are loading up with experienced defensemen. They're also loading up with a pugilist by the name of Jeff Viel. Comes over from Anaheim, 29 years old, 6'2", 215, 220. He likes to fight. Said I likes to fight, which will come in very handy when we play the Panthers and the Kachuk brothers. So, and even in the Eduardo Encina piece in the Times, he had a great quote from Julien Brisebois, which said, "Yeah, we kind of went the talent route for a few years, so yeah, we're going to try this." And is that kind of a shot at your guy?
I think it kind of is, but in a good way.
Isn't that kind of a shot?
I'll take it.
But we mean it in the nicest way. That means we love your grit. So how's that? We love your grit. So we get him for about $2.5 million per year, and they also get Ilya Mikheyev. Mikheyev comes over from Chicago, where he is a fast little penalty killer. This guy can get after it. He's 31 years old, had 18 goals, 36 points last year for the Blackhawks, had 20 goals the year before. So this guy adds speed. He adds speed, and he's a little penalty killing menace. So that's good to know. That'll help us on the PK. And Carlson, I guess he's a right-handed shot, so he can help you on the power play, but I believe Victor Hedman's going to retake that position at the top. But maybe it's Carlson. You know, we saw how good it was with Darren Radish in that right-handed shot that Kucherov is so good at setting up. Let's see how good Radish is in Toronto when he doesn't have Kucherov to put it on a tee for him, which is, you know, it's probably in one of those skills that's a little underrated, but Kucherov's the best in the game at it. So they get those three guys. I don't think they're done. Zach Werenski wants to play in Tampa Bay. What's it going to cost to get him? It's going to cost you J.J. Moser. It's going to cost you somebody on the blue line. But is there still a deal to be made there? I think they got about $3.5 million left in cap space, so you're going to have to trade some contract to get something back in Werenski. So I wouldn't say it's off the table in signing Carlson, but obviously that fills the big void right there. But we'll see. We'll see what else the JBB can comes up with, because there's still some moves to be made.
Yep.
So good job by the Lightning. Oh, they're going to have a new goalkeeper or backup goalie. Denis Hildeby comes over from Toronto for Nick Paul. So Nick Paul is leaving. So no Corey Perry, no Bjorkstrand, no Nick Paul, no Darren Radish. So I would say this is significant change, is it not?
Yeah, it's changing the face of your blue line for sure.
Yeah. So I think it's needed. I think there was significant change needed. Are these, you could look at it and say, boy, they just got older on the blue line and lost a rocket shot in Radish. I get that. And they paid him. They're paying Carlson, 8.5, just basically what Radish got, but he got an 8-year contract, I think.
As opposed to 2.
Right. Exactly. Rightfully so. Brisebois did not want to commit to a guy who's only done it 1 year for 8 years. And I think Toronto definitely jumped the gun on that. But we'll see how that works out. I hope it works out great for Darren, just not against us.
Toronto got him their goalie too, didn't they?
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, they got Bobrovsky. So that how does that hurt the Panthers? That's what I'm more interested in. And obviously we got to play him in Toronto. Bobrovsky, listen, he's been up and down in his career, but a lot more up recently. And he's kind of owned the Lightning in the playoffs. So for being honest, Big Bob has outplayed Vasi at moments in the playoffs. I mean, the Panthers have a better overall team. I'm not putting it just on Vasi, but Bob was good. Yeah. Bob was good. Obviously won him a couple cups. So, but that's a switch for them. They got to find a guy who's going to play in the moment. They've got guys that have played well, but can they play in the moment when it matters most? That's when a goalie is.
They've got guys, but not guys that have been the guy.
Right.
So they got to find out if that can happen.
Yeah. That's a big loss. So, yeah. All right, let's get to you guys. Alejandro says, let's go Rays. Wow, Junior just keeps impressing us Rays fans every single day. Thank God we have him on his team. I want to thank the Guardians for giving up on his generational talent. Let's sweep. Yes, we like that. Excuse me.
Pooh
That was a big
Shiesty, I
one.
don't hate stadium talk.
Ooh.
I get tired of it a little bit sometimes from it. That's all.
Much to Tim's chagrin, Pooh Shiesty says there's stadium news. They're hiring a construction manager for the project.
Yeah.
Are there any Petermans who are applying? I would think so. That's good money in that stadium building business. Yeah, we mentioned that on yesterday's show. You have, when if you're pretty confident you're going to get the house done, you might go shopping for contractors. Of course, the Rays would not be doing this if they felt that this deal was not going to get done. And they were, talking to Raleigh Durham, so to speak, which I'll believe it when I see that.
I wonder if Pitch Roofing is bidding for the roof.
Pitch roofing done right.
If they want it done right,
We'll find out
Roofing
when
for
they
that
get in
roof,
here.
right?
Yeah. I feel it's probably a little bigger and different roof than they've done. I'm not sure they're doing a lot of what do they call it? Translucent roofs.
Oh, they're not putting composition shingles and stuff on top of it.
I don't think so. It's going to be a unique project though. When they get to that part of it, for sure. Ain't no fabric panels on this baby.
Oh my
this
gosh.
is going to be
The hurricane proof.
Yes, very much so. Iconic. So that's how that works. Alejandro continues to think the Guardians had both Junior and Yandy and have been fantastic with the Rays. They are regretting it. Cleveland, you a bunch of dumbasses because you had your heir to Ramirez. Yeah, well, we also gave away what's the guy's name? Sanchez, who's
Every team's had like the Rangers traded the White Sox, the Cubs. They sent Sammy Sosa to the Cubs for Harold Baines.
Yes,
back in the day. That was George Bush, by the way, that approved that trade when he was the owner of the Rangers.
And that tells you all you need to know right there. Josh B says USA Pride is great, but even with all that, soccer is a tough watch. They make the guy go off the field for a head injury, then he runs back on the field 10 seconds later. LOL. Yeah,
and they don't stop the clock. Just stop the clock.
It's embarrassing. Well, like last night with the extra time was 10 minutes because of all the shenanigans going on. Listen, we look at those stupid things, and those are stupid in soccer. They definitely are. But if we started eyeing some of our sports and some of the stupid shit that we do, like some of the stupid replay stuff that we do in football,
yeah, but there is no sport that is as collectively stupid in America as soccer. It's just, come on.
I disagree. Have you not watched the WNBA lately?
Power slap. Yeah, but at least it's a real sport. Not that they're playing it well, but it's a real sport. Like basketball is a thing.
What they're doing to Caitlin Clark is
it's ridiculous. I hope for her sake she just leaves and goes play in Europe. Yeah. I would support that move.
Kurt Thorison says the Rays win 7 straight, go for back-to-back sweeps. Yanks lose 7 straight, have been swept back-to-back, and America's better when New Yorkers are quieter. Go Rays. I think that's true. 100% true. Aviation says, I love America so much, I'll even watch soccer to be patriotic.
There you go.
It's funny, Timmy. I said this on Twitter last night. You have eureka moments, in life.
Yeah.
I think I had that moment with soccer last night. I think I finally got soccer.
Oh wow.
They're just, now I've gotten to the point now where I've watched enough soccer and I'm starting to understand the game a lot better and doing a lot of research in that and listening to commentators. I've watched more people talk about soccer in the last 3 weeks than my entire life combined. But, it's kind of the moment I got it in NASCAR. Like my entire life, I was like, oh my God, this is the most boring sport in the world. It's just a bunch of left turns. It's just awful. What do we even do? People go out in the heat and they watch them go around. This is the dumbest shit ever. And then I got in the garages and I started interviewing, these guys and understanding how the car works and the talent of the driver and the feel of the driver, being able to tell the crew chief, this is what's going on with the car. And I need this
strategies for the race,
strategies in the race. And it's like, oh my God. And once that box opens up for you, you look at the sport in a whole new light and you're just like, wow, this is really cool. And you understand it. And I think I got that way with soccer last night. and you start to see the shapes, you start to see the tactics, and you start to understand the brilliance of the great players and like how they can do things that other guys just can't do. Like Mbappe. Mbappe is a genius. And you think it's just a bunch of guys out there running around kicking a ball. That's not what this is. It's incredibly, it is a meld of geometry, incredible feel for the game, knowing the speed of which to kick a ball, how it's going to bite on the turf. All of these things that have to come into your mind to create a perfect ball in a perfect situation for a guy to make the move at the same time you kick it, to not be offsides. The weight of the ball has to be perfect, and then the finish needs to be even more perfection. And to get a goal, and this is why they celebrate it like crazy, is so hard to do.
Right.
Even with that big ass frame.
I have thought for a long time that the geometry of soccer is beautiful.
Yeah.
Like I have always thought if there's
Beautiful
one
game.
thing about soccer that intrigues me, it is the geometry of it, the way they can set up plays and have guys running free on the other side of the way too wide field. The field needs to be much smaller, by the way, to make this more interesting for me. But I've often thought the problem is it just doesn't happen enough. Like you might get 2 of those in a game for me that are intriguing. It doesn't happen enough. I think if the field was smaller, you'd have more of those. You'd have more.
It'd be too clogged up. No, I think if you add more field, you'd have more scoring.
So take soccer, put it in an arena, in a hockey rink size field with the goals behind the boards. Oh wait, we already had that. It's called indoor soccer, and it's amazing. By the way, indoor soccer is the best version of soccer.
It could be, but this game, and then you throw in the world, coming here, and then you throw
the
in
dynamic
the
of that is
patriotism,
awesome. Yeah.
the dynamic of it, and that's why these moments are so big. And for those who don't understand it, I get it. I've been there, done that. It just looks like a bunch of people running around, laying down when when faking injuries. I get it, totally get it. And that part of the game is just stupid. But again, there's a lot of stupid parts of our games too. But when when you're watching a game like this, that like last night, and watching Bologan do what he does, you're just like, wow, this is freaking amazing. And Mbappe and all these great players, it's crazy. So I finally got soccer, and it's totally different. It's totally different.
Right, Brian came at me. He said, Tim wants all sports to be like USA football, but I do agree there needs to be more scoring. No, I don't want soccer to be like USA football. I want soccer to be more like hockey. That's what I want.
Yeah. Indoor soccer is perfect for you. Absolutely perfect.
Oh, it's so great.
Kurt says John Lynch was the Bucs' backup kicker. He had a few attempts when Grammatica celebrated too vigorously and hurt himself.
Yeah.
I hate when you celebrate too vigorously. Josh says NFL players don't care about that. LOL. Fans just care about their fantasy team or their bets. I guess that's referring to the post-game celebration.
Yeah.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. I do not like the trend of young sporting kids, those kids today, sports fans. They care more about betting and fantasy than they do about supporting their team or even their hometown team. Like hometown loyalty seems to be a thing of the past. You see just as many LeBron jerseys as you might see whoever the hell, Banchero jerseys for Orlando. It's kind of weird that way. You'll see different, you go to school and kids are wearing, Yankees jerseys, which is a little bit more understandable here in Tampa. But you'll see them, wearing, I don't know, it used to be Michael Vick jerseys, because he was the big thing. Now you'll see, Lamar jerseys or Josh Allen jerseys, what's that? Patrick Mahomes. Yeah. You'll see Mahomes jerseys just as much as you'll see Baker Mayfield jerseys. That's weird to me in Tampa.
No, but it just goes to show like what we've talked about, that there's no, I guess organic fans of your local team anymore because of the access on social media and the access on TV. You get to watch whatever you want, whenever you want. Kids in Tampa don't necessarily grow up as Tampa Bay Buccaneers fans. They grow up as a fan of a player. That's true in the NBA, maybe more than any other sport. You know, guys are just a LeBron fan, so they're going to go buy the LeBron jersey for whatever team he's on, and they root for that team, or Steph Curry or whoever. But it's true in football too, man. Kids just become fans of a guy or a city for whatever reason. You know, say they grew up playing pee-wee ball and the name of their team was the Panthers. They could live in Green Bay, but now they're Carolina Panthers fans because that was the name of their team. So it's weird, man. I hate it.
Yeah, not a fan of that. Kurt Thorson says, I am flummoxed by people online insisting the Rays have a perfectly good stadium in the Trop. Get a clue. Look who's left. NCAA bowl games, no all-star game, no concert. These people have an inferiority complex. Chew on this. NFL stadiums hosting FIFA. Miami, Atlanta, Dallas, LA, New York, Kansas City, San Francisco, Houston, Philadelphia, New England, Seattle, no Tampa. We should want and deserve better. I feel as the same people in Tampa Bay are content with scraps and being subpar. Kurt, I've had this discussion recently, and we've had this discussion on the show, and I'll reiterate it here. Old-time sleepy Tampa is history. There are too many people in this community that want to hold on to that, in my opinion. I completely understand it. Nostalgia is a wonderful thing, but so is progress.
Yeah.
So is progress. And also, progress is inevitable. It's when and how you do it. And if you stay out in front of it and be a leader in the space, number one, you'll have more longevity with those particular projects. You know, the Tropicana Field is a perfect example of that. Tropicana Field was designed in the early 80s and didn't come online until 1998, 6 years after Camden Yards reset the baseball stadium genre with the old-time retro stadiums that have become so incredibly popular and wonderful. And we put this relic online in 1998. It was designed in the early 80s. And there are people now
when it was built. It was already
obsolete the day it opened. And there are still people that want to hang on to this thing. Look, I've been, it's brighter. It's as good as it's ever been because you actually have an ownership group that cares about putting people in it and having them have a great experience. And they put a lot of their own money into it to make that happen. The city of St. Pete did a great job. Yeah, it'll do. This is, if you've been to other stadiums, my man Nick is Nick Geddes, our own Nick Geddes, loved Tropicana Field for so long. And I laughed at him. He called it America's Ballpark. And then he finally went to another one and went, okay, I get it now. I get it now.
How bad it is.
The Trop is trash. Yeah, it's a nostalgic piece of trash. That's what it is. All of these stadiums go through this, whoa, the Orange Bowl. Yeah, it was a piece of shit, and it needed to be replaced. But yeah, do I have great memories there? Absolutely. Doesn't mean it needs to last forever. Some things just need to be replaced. Some things don't. Fenway Park, Wrigley Field, don't touch them or just make them better within their realm, which they've done. They're doing a great job of that, especially at Wrigley Field. Yeah, we deserve better. We deserve better. We're the 11th largest market, and we need to start acting like it. We can't have people sitting on a city council that don't know how to use a cell phone. Okay? That's cute. And the whole Ybor, go smoke a cigar thing, that's fine. Go smoke a lot of cigars in Ybor, Charlie, because you shouldn't be sitting on a city council. You're a relic. You're a dinosaur. That's not what, people of this city, of the city this size that's growing, and the younger generation who, are crying for developments like this, they don't need you holding things up anymore. Your time is past. And there's a new generation moving this city, and it needs to be listened to. And the old guard needs to say, thank you, goodbye. This is a dynamic, burgeoning city that doesn't need to be held back for some nostalgic issues. It's time to move on. And this is the moment where we decide to be big boys and play with the big boys. So the next time this thing comes around, Tampa's in the forefront. And we do that how? By expanding our Raymond James Stadium, putting some climate control on it, just like Miami did. And they got World Cup games, right? You need that. And now we have, not only will we have that, we'll have this huge facility next door and an entertainment complex around it that serves the fans that Super Bowls demand now, World Cup demands. And so, yeah, it's time to jump up. And we do this. We get an all-star game, absolutely. I think we're going to host a World Series there sooner than later with Junior as the keystone, foundational element. I think we become the de facto leaders in the clubhouse for Super Bowls and every major event because we have two major stadiums right next door to one of them, which is climate controlled for all other types of events and all that infrastructure. And by the way, light rail and the best airport in the world right next door. That comes together as an incredible bidding platform for any major event. And so the next time the World Cup comes, they'll be stopping in Tampa Bay instead of Miami. So it's time for us to do that. It's time for us to do that. I know a lot of old folks, the traffic, it ain't going away. I got news for you. You saying no to the Rays is not going to take traffic away from it. It's actually going to loosen up the traffic because it's going to bring light rail in. That's called progress, and we need it. All right, let's take another break. We'll come back on the other side, get to more of your comments. We got to get to some NBA stuff.
Gross.
And we got a clip from the NHL experts talking about what the Lightning did yesterday in terms of some of their trades. So we'll get to that as well. We are brought to you by the great folks at Italiano Insurance, soon to be AJ Gallagher Insurance. New name, same great customer service that you always have gotten from Italiano Insurance in the 60 years that they've been in business here locally. The same folks will be answering the phone. The same folks will be handling your insurance. They'll be doing all the work, saving you all the money, but they'll have more options with AJ Gallagher. So that's the good thing. You get the little deal with the big deal, which is a great deal. And that's Italiano Insurance. 813-877-7799. Back in 3. Well, the folks at Third Generation Plumbing and AC want to say thanks for making them so dadgum busy. Of course, advertising on your favorite Tampa Bay sports talk show helps, but it's their incredible customer service, honesty, and integrity that have earned them tons of 5-star reviews. And now you could be part of the team at Third Generation. Yes, they are so slammed, they need to hire more certified AC technicians and plumbers. It's a great family business to work for. My buddy John Rodriguez runs an old school family business since 1995. They pay well, give you all the holidays off, and they offer great benefits. No cold corporate atmosphere here. You're part of the family. If this sounds cool to you, call them and apply at 813-961-8024, or you can email your resume in at thirdgenerationplumbing.com. Just go to the website, you'll see the button, email them, or call them at 813-961-8024. And don't forget about the $169 yearly maintenance special. It's a no-brainer, guys. thirdgenerationplumbing.com, and they also do AC.
Ciao, Paolo Tini here, owner of Caffè Paradiso, voted number 3 People's Choice Award on Open Table. I want to thank all our loyal family of customers that have been enjoying our great traditional Italian dishes we make from scratch every day. It's a great family story we're proud of. Our family moved from Rimini, Italy in 1984. My dad, Caesar, started Donatello, and that's where I got the start in the restaurant business. I started Caffè Paradiso on South McDill in 1995, and we've been there ever since. From our traditional ossobuco, a veal slow roast for 4 hours, to our daily fresh catch, the Gruppo Paradiso, with a piccata sauce and lobster claw meat, homemade pasta like lasagna, farfalle salchicha, which is a bow tie pasta homemade with fresh sausage. Hold on a minute, JP's favorite.
I love it.
So come and have a glass of wine with me on South McDill. Get a reservation on Open Table and see all our 5-star reviews. Ciao, see you soon at Paradiso.
Sports fans, it's time to gear up. Head to fanstreamsports.com and check out our brand new merchandise store. We're talking bold t-shirts, 3/4 zips, hoodies, hats, mugs, and more. Everything you need to rep your favorite shows and your favorite crew. Whether you're rolling with the JP Peterson Show in Tampa Bay, From the Rough in Dallas, the Tim May Show featuring Clay Hall, or the Jeff Thitoff Show in Ohio, or any of our FanStream Sports original programming, we've got the perfect look for game day and every day. So don't wait. fanstreamsports.com. Click merch and grab your gear now. Wear the stream, live the stream, fanstreamsports.com.
Welcome to Kingmakers, home of the JP Peterson Show studio and Tampa's premier business networking and social club for members only. By day, it's an exclusive, vibrant co-working space with a stylish conference room, focus rooms, a full production studio, and an in-house marketing team. And by night, Kingmakers transforms into a sports-centric social hub with a full sports bar, golf simulator, and exclusive events. For young entrepreneurs and seasoned professionals, it's the perfect place to work hard, play hard, and make big moves in Midtown Tampa. Close the deal, celebrate the win. Only at Kingmakers. Become a member today at kingmakerstampa.com. Your business, your club. Hey, JP here for my concierge medical professional, Chris Lugo, PA. You've heard him on the show for a couple of years where he shares invaluable medical, nutritional, and supplement advice. With Chris, it's like having a medical provider as your best friend. What I love about this concierge service is the convenience and support he offers. I can text or call him 24/7 with any questions or concerns, and he'll promptly call in a prescription if needed. No office visits or copays required. It gives me peace of mind knowing I have someone genuinely invested in my health, not just focused on insurance profits. And the best part, the Bay Area Modern Medical Center's personal concierge service is more affordable than you might think. Don't let insurance companies dictate your health care. Take control of your health and wellness today. Visit BAMMC.com for more information and to schedule your initial free consultation. Empower yourself and take charge of your personal health with BAMMC.com.
Let's go. Right now, back to the show on FanStream Sports.
I'm back, whichever one you want to use. There you go. Welcome back to the JP Peterson Show. Yeah, had to reboot. Big thanks to the folks at Third Generation Plumbing and AC. ThirdGenerationPlumbing.com is the website. That's the name of the company, but they also do AC and everything else around your house. So head on out to their website, ThirdGenerationPlumbing.com. John Rodriguez is the owner over there. PJ helps run that place. They're really, really good at what they do. They work with American Standard Heating and Cooling. That is the best outfit in the business in terms of durability of units, efficiency of units. That's the company they work with. So if you're looking to upgrade your HVAC system, or if it's on the blink, you need a new one, this is the place to go. ThirdGenerationPlumbing.com. They also do AC with American Standard Heating and Cooling, your dynamic duo for your HVAC needs. Give them a call over there, ThirdGenerationPlumbing.com. All right, my friend, back to it here today. We've covered the Lightning. We've covered, for the most part, we've covered the Rays. We got the stadium talk in. So now it's time to talk a little NBA. So I'm going to ask you, did you load the Stephen A. Smith stuff, or you want to go with the hockey stuff? You got the hockey stuff loaded.
I have the hockey stuff loaded. I can play that, and then I'll load Stephen A.
That's a load. No question about it. All right. So this is the guys on NHL Network talking about the additions of Mikheyev and Jeff Viel. If I've got that right. Let's roll it.
I believe that's
in Tampa Bay, $3.85 million times 4 years, and also another move here from the Lightning, also selling Jeff Viel. Tony, you can speak to Mikheyev, what he can bring to that Lightning team.
Speed, PK sensation. His penalty killing last year as a forward was as good as any player that I've seen, not just last year. If I'm picking a guy that I've watched over the years of who I would say is my number one penalty killer, as a forward, he would be that guy. His speed, his
Big
recognition, his stick positioning, his ability to take space away from great players and end plays was as good as that I've ever seen. So I think he's a great addition. He's a great kid. A very low maintenance from a coach. You put him over the board, you know what you're going to get out of him. That speed that he does have, he draws penalties, he frustrates the other team on the forecheck. So I think that's a good signing for Tampa.
VL, by the way, a 5-year contract as well. So
Well, you know, he really opened eyes with his play in Anaheim, particularly in the postseason when he was very physical. He scored some important goals for them as well, and Joe Quenneville wasn't afraid to put him out in kind of situations you wouldn't expect him to be out in, and he responded. And you got to remember, for Tampa Bay, who's the rival? Florida. Florida just got Gudis. They've got the Kachucks. I mean, they played 2 exhibition games this year. Buckle up for those.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
Are they allowing him to play again this year?
the last year they played 3 times.
And they're going to let him play
This
2
year
more?
they're playing twice, so we will see how that goes when the time comes in
How many
September.
refs are they having in that
They
game?
probably should have several. They should probably have several for that. But that's the
Some cops,
the
too.
thing. And I'm happy
Might
for
need
a
a
guy
few
like
cops
Jeff
on the
Attinella
ice.
because he's bounced around a little bit. He was in Boston. He goes to Anaheim. When he got an opportunity to show in some important games, he showed that he's in the battle, and enough so that the Tampa Bay Lightning went out and committed to 5 years to him.
What's fascinating to me about the Lightning is you had the coach of the year in Coop, you had the Vezina winner in Vasilevsky, and you had the Hart winner in Kucherov, and yet come playoff time, you were not successful.
You were out in the first round in a game where you allowed 9 shots on goal in Game 7 and lost.
It's such a weird anomaly. That's all I'm saying. You've clearly got talent.
Yeah,
mean,
yeah, it's weird. I get it.
So
Yeah,
Montreal
we get
played
it.
as perfect as they could, and the style that they had to hang around to give themselves a chance
Don't
to
talk
win. Their
about the 9
goaltender played
shots.
as well as Tampa's
Don't do that.
goaltender, obviously. Dobish was spectacular in that. And then basically it was a break at the end that beat him.
I thought that was...
Have you ever seen a game like that was dominated like
crazy? I thought that was the best series of all the playoff series because it was 7 games.
great.
Tight,
the games
tight
were
games.
tied or within 1 goal almost the entirety of the time, which you rarely see. So for Tampa Bay, you run it back. And, you know, but we're waiting today. Kucherov is eligible for an extension. They were a team in the past. They got out in front of guys a lot for extensions. We remember like Hedman and Vasilevsky. I don't know with this changing landscape if you want to get that far ahead of it, but certainly Kucherov is somebody that's not leaving Tampa unless he decides he wants to leave there, which I don't think he does. So we have to keep an eye on that. They would likely, I would think they'd want to do an extension with him at some point in the near future.
That's coming. That's coming. JBB talked a little bit about that yesterday. It said we're talking. It's not urgent right now to get this done. Free agency is obviously the urgent thing that needs to get done because it's, you know, the guys are free agents on day 1 and that's it. So there's urgency. With Cooch, he's not going anywhere, so they'll get it done. They'll get it done. There's nothing to worry about.
Not worried about it. Yeah, not worried about it.
I think the interesting moves that they have made. It wasn't Zach Werenski, you know, the Norris Trophy winner that everybody was hoping for. Carlson's a really, really good player, aging, obviously. And not to say that the Werenski deal is off the table. You know, they could certainly still make that deal and trade J.J. Moser as part of a package for Werenski. So they may not be done. Lonnie Wilkins says, went to the Trop Friday night, had a great time. The ownership has definitely reignited the community's love for the Rays. Tampa needs the Rays, and Orlando can have the Buckies.
What's wrong with Buc-ee's?
Orlando is just like Buc-ee's is your thing. You're not in the big sports business. You're in the mouse business.
You got the magic.
Your hole, right? Is that the
know your role, set your hole.
You're the mouse city. You know, you get the Universal, you got the roller coasters, the people coming in, clogging up the roads. Yeah, that's your lane. Give you a little MLS, take an NBA. We'll take care of the rest. We got the big boy sports over here. We're good. Is that patronizing enough? I think I nailed that.
We have Stephen A. ready if you want to go back to basketball.
All right. Big day in the NBA. You know, we don't talk a lot of NBA here, but this is a big one. Obviously, LeBron is leaving LA. He's leaving LA. Where's he going? We don't know. Could be Miami. Could be back to Cleveland. Could be Golden State. I think he knows. I think it's all orchestrated.
Oh, do you?
They'll drag it out. Oh, sure. Giannis going to Miami, I think, is a little bit of a clue. That seems like it would fit right in with what they're trying to do. Yeah, you couldn't hate that. You couldn't hate that anymore than you already do,
God,
right?
I hate the Heat. I hate the Heat.
Oh, right. In Miami, just in general, ick. That's just an ick. But that's perfect for them.
So how long after LeBron officially leaves, like signs with a new team, before the Lakers cut Bronny? Like, what happens with Bronny? What direction does that go? Because he ain't staying. He's not staying on the team.
Once Daddy's gone, he doesn't have a role. How much do you think that's stuck in the Lakers' craw? Pelinka, I gotta draft him. Really? Yeah, I gotta put him on the team. Really? We gotta do this.
Let him play.
We gotta let him play too. Okay. All right. I guess we're doing it. King James, whatever you say. I mean, there's got to be a exhale in that building right now. That's just like, thank God he is gone. Oh, and in his place, they have the whitest team. Showtime has become snow time.
Snow time, baby.
So Stephen A put this out yesterday and just ignited all white supremacists across the land. I think he did it a little tongue in cheek just to get people to lose their fucking minds.
That's what he does, right?
He succeeded. He's
not wrong.
Tremendously. He's not wrong, but I think a lot of people went way overboard in the criticism, which is exactly what he was hoping for, which is exactly what he was looking for. And some of you took the bait. Some of you took the bait, and you just had
everybody
to do it.
offsides here.
Yeah, you just had to do it, right? And you're not wrong. You're not wrong at all. But okay, breaking news. Breaking news here, Timmy. Be ready for this. There's a double standard in the media when it comes to racism.
Shocking.
No. You mean black guys can say certain things about white guys, but white can't?
Yeah.
No. And by the way, it's okay.
Can you imagine
given our nation's history, we got to take a little shit. Don't lose your mind.
Can you imagine if, I don't know, Mike Greenberg comes on and goes, boy, those old Orlando Magic, that room is really dark. I mean, come on.
You can't win with 3 black guys in the NFL. Oh, God. You can't win TGL with 3 black guys.
No black quarterback will ever win the Super Bowl, JP.
So Stephen A. did this, and everybody lost their minds. Go ahead, play it.
The Los Angeles Lakers think they're going with a bunch of white dudes. Your 3 top players are white dudes? Really? This ain't golf. This ain't baseball. Hell, it ain't even soccer. What y'all think this is? Basketball. In NBA history, when have you seen your 3 most prominent players on a basketball team all be white? And that takes you to the promised land. Somebody got to say it, so I'm saying it. White. This is basketball. White. I'm not complaining. I'm simply making the point. The Los Angeles Lakers, you ain't going anywhere being led by 3 white dudes in today's generation of basketball. I'm letting you know right now, it ain't happening. And Luka's a bad brother. And Austin Reeves is no scrub. And they both have earned what they have earned. And then with LeBron James or some other brothers, I get. But those 2 and Walker Kessler? You ain't scaring anybody with that. And Rob Pelinka has done made this white dude central. No wonder LeBron James walked out the door.
Okay, first of all, Stephen A., LeBron James did not walk out the door. He was shown the door, okay? First of all, let's get that straight.
Is that not an SNL skit? They don't have to do anything. They don't have to touch it.
Yeah,
they don't have to do anything. And there it is. There it is. I mean, that comes right out of SNL, does it not? White boy central.
The Celtics made it work, right? In the 80s, they were pretty good with 3 white guys.
Yeah, do you see, I'm watching some NCAA basketball. I'm like, wait a minute. There's 4 white guys on the floor right now, and these guys are in the Final Four. What the hell's going on here?
Never going to win.
What the hell's going on here?
This ain't golf, JP.
This ain't golf. This ain't even soccer. By the way, I mean, not for nothing, to see Balogun score a goal and then do the LeBron. I mean, if that ain't going to bring, I don't know, a dozen or few black kids into soccer, come on now. That's quite an image right there. That's quite the world, and everybody exploding and people going nuts. And because we finally got one of our best athletes. We finally got one of these great black athletes to try soccer. And now look what we get. And look what happens. He gets red carded. Racist.
They're called blathletes, JP.
Blathletes. Okay. We finally have a great athletic striker, like a lot of these other countries do. And he gets a red card, an unfair red card. Racist country.
The only way that could be more racist.
Oh, it's FIFA? Same thing.
The only way that could be more racist is if it was a white card.
Well, it had to be red because it's Indian and we're playing on stolen land anyway.
Right. That's right.
So
that's right.
Let's bring that into it.
Reclaimed.
Yes. Reclaimed land. That's right. My bad. All right. What else we got? Lonnie Wilkins says, just got back from a week in Indian Rocks and a couple days in Orlando. Orlando is in no shape to be an MLB supporting area. They'd have Miami 2.0 and only care about the Yankees and Dodgers games. That's 100% true.
Yeah.
100% sure. You want to talk about a transient place. I mean, listen, Orlando, and I spend a lot of time there. And you go around Orlando and just go into the local pool. You rarely hear English being spoken. Rarely. You go to the local Publix and you don't hear a lot of English. And I'm not, being all racist about that. It's just, there's not a lot of, what I would call demographic baseball families in Orlando. Just not. Huge Brazilian populations, Haitian populations. These people, I guess Haiti's a little bit into baseball. But for the most part, it's a lot of foreign people that aren't necessarily, that's not a baseball culture like you have in Tampa. Tampa has a bedrock baseball culture. Everybody grows up playing Little League. Everybody. Softball, baseball. It's almost like it's the law around here. That's not the way it is in Orlando. Way more people. You don't even see baseball like I'm thinking about it. The local parks, you don't see baseball fields like clay indoor. Clay, you don't see them anywhere. You see soccer fields. You see, football fields. You don't see baseball fields. No. Whereas you drive around Tampa, every 2 blocks, there's a baseball field. Michael LaRue says MLB may cap free agent deals at 5 years and extensions at 6 in the next CBA. Lock up Junior now while longer deals are still allowed. If it doesn't work out, you can always trade him later. That's an interesting point, Michael LaRue, and I think that's the way some teams have done that. But again, that's not the only major factor that's keeping the Rays from doing the extension right now. They've got to get some cost certainty on their stadium and understand what their revenues are going to be and what their costs are going to be. You just can't do a long-term blockbuster deal like that without having that part of the equation. No business can do that. And again, we're in no hurry here. He ain't going anywhere. And by the way, with the bonus pool now increasing, I think Junior made over $2 million last year. Almost $3 million because of his performance bonuses. And he will make the same, if not more, this year. So he's getting paid. He's not getting, not like $700,000, $800,000, which is the minimum salary. Obviously, that's a lot of money. But in baseball terms, it's not. It's minimum wage. So they have the bonus pool now. So you get paid extra for performance. And he'll probably make upwards of $3 million this year, which, again, is not, it ain't 45, 50 million like some of these guys are making, but he'll get there. He'll get there soon enough. He's getting paid enough. Lottie says the beachgoers with these massive tents and parachutes are way out of What is this a new thing on the beaches? I mean, I've seen, these massive shades, which you need. You can't go out to the beach anymore and just stay in the sun the whole time. It's just, I don't know what's going. The sun has become hotter.
That was the point. Yeah, I thought that was the whole point of going to the beach, is to be in the sun.
But you have to have an area to retreat to on a sunny day. If you got, you just can't be in the. I can't anyway. Maybe some of you others can, but I can't. And I grew up on the beach. Chris says Bosnia was flopping worse than LBJ and getting calls for it. Yeah, I thought the officiating was not great last night. Yes, the Rays gave up Christopher Sanchez. Yes, we did. Yes, we did, among others. I agree with Tim. Too much stadium talk. Let's get ready for some football.
By the way, today's not a rerun either, Nathan Elliott.
Yeah, shut up, Nathan. You're on the shit list. John Hill says countrywide it's been reported that there are 140,000 open construction jobs unfilled. Really? Well, that's going to be part of the redirection of the American labor force. When we realize that these AI, it's going to take a ton of these computer jobs, and some of you young men are going to have to go outside and pick up a hammer and do construction work. It ain't the worst thing in the world. You get paid a lot of money to do it. And it's one of the few jobs that's not going to be replaced by AI. That's, where the world is going. You can complain about it, or you can go pick up a hammer, learn the trade, start your own construction company, and make bazillions of dollars. It's just in the last 20 to 30, 40 years that people got paid a lot of money to sit inside in air conditioning and bang away at a keyboard. That's a very new thing in the history of the world. Most of the time people have had to work like labor intensive jobs. So I understand that you may not have thought that was going to be your life, but things change. Yeah. I thought I was going to sit on the desk at Channel 8 for 30 years. And then the entire industry changed, and we had a huge friggin' recession that didn't help either. Right Brand is coming after you, Tim. Says football is a shitty sport. Careers don't last long, and people have CTE because of it. People are addicted to the betting aspect.
If he's talking about soccer, I agree 100% with him.
And by God, the new group finally power washed the Trop. Yep. How about that? How about that? It actually looks pretty nice. The old lady, she's like Joan Rivers, man. She's had so many facelifts.
Wow.
She is the Joan Rivers of stadiums.
Stay hard, Joan.
Questions. Yeah. It's whole, so you just cut one wire and the whole thing's going to come undone.
Joan Rivers. Wow.
Kind of what happened. Yeah, remember her? She couldn't talk because she was removed because her
face was so tight towards the end. Oh my God!
Then they murdered her for speaking out.
Yeah,
that's what happened.
100%.
That's what happened. John Hill says JP has been converted. Mormons beware. What?
What?
I don't know. Michael LaRue says the Lightning still need a top 6 winger who can score and someone who can win faceoffs. Zach Werenski will get traded at the trade deadline or next offseason. McDavid will also get traded next offseason. Oh, really? What are we going to do then? Rick says soccer is hockey with hitting and entertainment. Or is it the other way around?
I was going to say it's the other way around, right?
I think it's all the way the other way around. All right, last one here, and then we'll have to hit the break. What's frustrating about Bouligan's red card, says Michael LaRue, last night was the VAR reviewed the foul when Messi did the same exact thing, and there was no review or penalty because he's a star player. FIFA is so corrupt. Yeah, I mean, you've seen this. If you saw the two side-by-sides, they were exactly the same. Exactly the same. And FIFA decides on VAR, on, slowing it down, looking at still photos. That's not the way Jeff Attinella said it so well in the beginning. That's just not the way it's supposed to be reffed. And it's not, it never met the threshold for a red card. There was no malice in the challenge. There was no speed or intent. at that. It was just part of play, and it was an accident. That should never be red carded. It's barely a yellow card. It's barely a yellow card, and it should never be red carded. And in that situation, come on.
Card color. They need a new color card for something like that if they're going to call it.
That's racist. All right, we'll take a quick break. We'll come back on the other side. We got more Rays talk, more Lightning talk to get to, your comments as well. We are brought to you by the great folks at Genesis of Tampa. Hey, buy a car right now, no payments for 3 months, 90 days, no payments. That's a big deal. I mean, think how much what you could do with that money. Take a summer vacation, right? Take a little vacation, you and the wife, leave the kids at home. Yeah, have fun with that. Call Granny over to watch them. Take that money that you were going to spend on your car payment and take off. Go to Orlando. Do it big. Genesis of Tampa can get you there. They are doing deals, folks. They're doing deals, giving you great trade-ins for these incredible cars. I got the GV70. That's the car everybody's talking about. Great midsize SUV. Phenomenal. Go test drive them, and you could win $500 shopping spree. Get in the drawing for the $500 shopping spree in July at Genesis of Tampa. Back in 3. JP here for Genesis of Tampa and the Murphy Auto Group. I think the best way to experience a business is to use that business, and I just did at Genesis of Tampa. Just bought a GV70, a 2023, and it feels and drives all new. It's an absolutely fantastic car. The technology, the comfort, and the price, absolutely outstanding. Frankly, I never thought I could get into a car like this, but they made me a deal I could not refuse. And I also get the VIP service where you can just drive right up, their pit stop service. They'll top off all the fluids, make sure your air in your tires is good, new wipers if you want them. If you need extended service, they will come to you, bring you a courtesy car, and then bring your car back with more do you want. The experience was just VIP all the way. And you can get that at Genesis of Tampa. And don't forget, you can get extended warranty, which I did. So I have worry-free miles up to 100,000, and all they do is just take it in. Actually, I don't have to take it in. They come to me. It's perfect. It's Genesis of Tampa right there, 801 East Bears Avenue, right off of 275. Go see them and tell them JP sent you. Big thanks to Italiano Insurance, the great folks over there. They will soon be part of Gallagher Insurance. A little name change, but same great folks, same great customer service you've known for over 65 years. They do all the work. You save all the money. ItalianoInsurance.com at 813-877-7799. Hey, the Golden Diamond Source wants to be your family jeweler. So don't wait any longer to find that one-of-a-kind perfect engagement ring for that special someone in your life. At the Golden Diamond Source, they can design anything you want personally. The Golden Diamond Source can help you trade in your old broken jewelry and use it towards a new purchase as well. And with gold prices at record high, now is the best time to do it. They only sell natural diamonds at the Golden Diamond Source. So if it's a real love, it should be a real natural diamond. Don't start your relationship with a fake diamond. Bad idea. And with the Golden Diamond Source first-time buyer program, you can learn all about the 4 C's in all the different shapes and styles. And they are able to show you a huge selection of inventory to choose from. And don't forget, 0% financing for up to 5 years. If you finance $5,000, it's only $83 a month. Make sure it's a Golden Diamond Source Diamond, 3800 Almerton Road, always online at goldendiamond.com.
It's the love you give only at Golden Diamond Source.
Hey guys, you already know that Riveters is the best sports bar in all of Tampa Bay, but now it gets even better for Rays baseball season. During all Rays games, check this out, $6 Tito's, $6 Jack, $6 margaritas, all during Rays games. Are you kidding me? And that's always a great pour from the great bartenders at Riveters. Great service, great food, everything is fresh, nothing is frozen. And let me tell you, if you want baseball and wings, you will not find any better than Riveters. Their sauces, like the blue cheese and the ranch and everything, is handmade, and the wings are big and they're perfect. Wings, baseball, Rays, Riveters. It all comes together during baseball season. Once again, in addition to all the great food and service, you get $6 Tito's, $6 Jacks, $6 margaritas. It's time to celebrate. Baseball season is back, and celebrate at Riveters. You know where it is, right there on Dale Mabry, just north of 275, just south of the stadium. See you there at Riveters. Pitch Roofing believes giving back is part of doing business the right way. That's why they proudly offer exclusive discounts to those who gave the most to our communities, including veterans, first responders, seniors, and teachers. And for listeners of the JP Peterson Show, there's even more good news. Pitch Roofing is now offering a special discount just for fans of the show. With so many roofing companies coming and going in Florida, it's important to choose a contractor you can count on long after the job is done, especially when it comes to honoring your warranty. Pitch Roofing is built for the long haul with a reputation for quality, transparency, and standing behind their work. Whether it's a repair or a full replacement, their team delivers honest guidance, quality workmanship, and no high-pressure sales. Call 727-67-PITCH, 727-677-4824, or visit pitchroofing.com to schedule a free estimate.
Pitch roofing, roofing done right.
Let's go.
Right now, back to the show on FanStream Sports.
All right, welcome back to the JP Peterson Show, brought to you by the great folks at Pitch Roofing. And guess what? The pitch people are here. Bill and Kate are here, stopping by the studio just to say hello and talk about a little. There's the jingle. How you like that, Billy?
I love it. I heard you play the ones I generated.
Yes, yeah, it's our new open. No, they're not big fans.
No, all right, I'll work.
Yeah.
I'll get back to work on that.
All right, I got to play with my new camera here, so that's a little bit too much headroom. So let me tilt it down. There we go, and then we tilt it over.
Big forehead in there.
Wrong way. We want to see Kate. We don't want to see Bill. There we are. There's your camera. Say hi over there, guys. All right, there you are. How are you?
Good. How's things with you?
Big sports day.
Yeah.
The USA wins last night. You guys aren't even watching the soccer, are you? You're too busy.
No.
Okay. We have the Lightning made a bunch of trades yesterday.
What do you got?
We got a good penalty killer coming in, a fighter. We got a fighter.
Love that.
Kate, you're a Lightning fan, right?
I am. Yeah, it's like a little boy aquarium. Get to watch all the guys.
A boy aquarium?
A boy
Is that what you call the ladies call it?
That's what it is. A boy aquarium behind the glass, so I can watch everything. Yeah.
Oh, so there's some sex appeal to hockey for the ladies?
Absolutely. Have you not been watching all of the books that are coming out and the
No.
movies? Ooh, yeah.
We're not allowed to talk about that part of it.
Oh man.
Which is kind of weird, right?
It's disappointing.
We're not allowed to objectify the female athletes.
Fair.
We can't do that. We can't call them beautiful, which I think is weird.
Fair.
That's fair.
I agree with that.
I can't look at a female athlete and say, "Oh, she's beautiful."
I mean,
I also talking about her athletic prowess. I'm not just focusing on that, but even if you, as an aside, say, "Oh, she's got a great 3-point shot. She's a good rebounder. She's also kind of hot." We're not allowed to say that.
okay, I feel like hot and beautiful are very different. So if you say she's a beautiful athlete who hits 3-pointers like nobody's business versus like she is hot, that's a little different.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right. So we can't do that.
No.
But you guys, I don't mind. I don't mind. First of all, I am convinced that part of the allure of the Savannah Bananas, women don't like baseball. Now every housewife in America is suddenly a Savannah Banana fan. Kate, tell me why.
I mean, because they're fun to look at.
Go ahead and say it. Go ahead and say it.
They're very
They're what? They're
attractive.
Go ahead, say it.
Listen, JP,
Say
you're
they're
not going to
hot.
get me to say it. I'm going to say they're very attractive and they're very entertaining.
So this is like one of the big.
I look at them as like the old Harlem Globetrotters.
Right. That's how.
I
That appeals to us guys. Right. But there's a huge female following, and why is that, Kate?
I did not know that.
One would say because they're very good looking.
One would,
and that's
say,
okay.
Why
is that so taboo to say anymore? Well, about hockey players.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I mean, they're very hot. Yeah, but they're also
said the
very
H word.
athletic. And they're really good.
Yeah, you didn't say beautiful. You said hot. So why is
they're
that
very
different?
handsome. There you go. There's the equivalent. They're very handsome.
I think listen, on this show, it's okay to say it.
Fair,
it's okay to say it. Don't worry about it. It's fine. Because I think that's part of it. I mean, are we not amazed by the skill of these players, these hockey players, and their toughness and the speed? Of course. It's amazing what they can do on ice. But I think to ignore that part of the popularity, especially for female fans, and I'm not categorizing, part of it is
there are a lot of the games.
Yeah.
There are a lot of female fans.
Yeah.
Yes.
I agree.
Yeah. And that's okay. I think that's fine for us to talk about that.
And back to your point about bringing the tough guy in. That's how I thought last year was going to start.
Yeah.
The first couple
Well, it
games
kinda
they came
did.
out and they started really fighting, like especially against the Panthers.
Yeah.
Which we needed to do.
Right.
Because let's face it, the year before they just beat us up every game.
Every game.
And so last year they came out fighting, and then to hear that they're adding more bruisers, that's big.
Yeah.
That was the best part of hockey for me watching when I was a kid was the fights. That was
back in the day. It was
back in the day.
Go to a boxing match and hockey would break out. You know?
Yeah.
See, there you go. Yeah, that was a nice way of putting it.
Yeah,
So-
I think we've got away from that, which I think is good for the game, but having that element still in the game is very important.
Agreed.
I think it's entertaining
Mhm.
and it's part of enforcement.
Right. Exactly.
How you enforce it. And the fact that, yes, Florida and Tampa Bay now are going to have they've taken away one of our preseason games because it got so ridiculous last year.
Right.
So we're going to have two of them.
But that was great. That was awesome.
It was.
Year. But especially in the beginning of the year when the Lightning come out, and we went to Ron and I went to a marketing event and they said that they're going to come out fighting hard. And that was a lot of people in the crowd. That was their biggest question. You guys going to fight this year?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Going to fight back a little bit?
We led the league in penalty minutes too.
Yeah.
So the answer is yes.
Yeah.
And our general manager said yesterday, yeah, we kind of went the talent thing for a while, but now we're going back to being tough. So yeah, this guy literally says, Jeff VL is his name. I like to fight.
I would definitely need it.
We like to
I
watch you
agree.
fight. So
Yep.
that's a match made in heaven. So yeah, the Lightning improved, but we'll see. All right, now let's talk a little bit about roofing because there's scams going on.
Oh yeah, big time.
Scam warnings. What's going on?
Well, and Kate can attest to this because she's our new social media manager. But one of the things I see in the group chats, especially in the villages, there was a question. Somebody said they had a roofer show up at their house, knock on their door, like, "Oh, the village just paid for us to throw a drone up and inspect everybody's roofs."
Mm.
And then they come back down and go, "Oh, well, you need a new roof. We're going to work with your insurance company. We'll get you that new roof." Well, first of all, the legality lines there are very thin because I think they're pretty much right on that line because I know there's a lot of new laws saying that you can't do that, you can't do this when it comes to that stuff, especially representing a homeowner to the insurance company. You just can't do it.
Right.
Second of all, the villages aren't paying for somebody to come inspect your roof with a drone. It's just not happening.
The old drone scam.
Yeah.
The old
So
drone
they come
scam.
down, you need a new roof. And so that's one of the biggest scams I saw. And it's multiple people that I've seen talking about this. Another one is, "Oh, we were in the area. We flew the drone over. Here's your estimate for a roof." Picture of their roof on it, little circles on it. It's getting nuts. Like they're trying everything because the state of roofing companies right now is not good. There's so many going out of business, which is another big point. Well, we're getting a lot of us. Hey, after the hurricane, we used this such and such company,
Yeah.
and now we have leaks. And guess what? That business is that company's out of business.
So when they put
3
on a
years
roof
later-
for $10,000 cheaper or $5,000 cheaper,
right?
and it doesn't last because they're using shitty shingles and
Right.
everything else,
And
you
then
get screwed.
Then
Yeah.
you go get it repaired, and they're no longer in business, which is good for us. I just hate to see people go through it.
Yeah.
So the biggest, I don't care if it's us. I don't care who it is. Always get a company that's going to be there in a couple of years. Always. Like I said, it doesn't have to be us. We'll help you with, I've said this before in the show. We'll help you with the estimate. We'll tell you about the company. We'll tell you if we think they're going to be here. Just give us a call.
Yeah. Let as I always say, let the folks meet you. You guys come out, you do the estimate. Tell me about the whole process.
Yeah. So, I mean, we're starting a client portal, which makes it really easy where you can do an estimate online. You don't even have to leave your couch, which is incredible. We don't have anyone come out to you. Obviously, we can have someone come out, but you don't have to.
Yeah.
So just so you get an idea of how much it'll cost for your roof and like up front, it's honestly the easiest process. We've made it much easier.
What do they just take pictures and?
Well, you can start off. Well, yeah, you can start off with. We have a roofing calculator. That's ours. We built it ourselves in house, so nobody's selling your data.
Mm-hmm.
What'll happen is you see these roofing calculators out online on other roofing companies' websites. Well, they're third-party tools, and that third party's giving it to you for free. Well,
Right.
why? Because they're selling your data.
Right.
What happens is you fill one out.
Yes.
Next thing you know, you have 5 roofing companies calling you because
Good
they bought
God.
those leads.
Yeah. Right.
So we built our own. So it starts there to where we pull up a satellite image of your house. We measure it with the roofing calculator. It can give you a ballpark figure. It's not going to be exact because there's other things that come into play. From there, you can ask for a quick pitch. And then a quick pitch, then we go in and we actually hand measure that roof via satellite. Get a full report on it, including materials, everything. And we can give you an exact price of here's what it's going to cost. You sign on. That's all it's going to cost you. Aside from, roof deck, which is the plywood underneath. We don't know how routed that is. We can never tell you, how
Yeah.
many
You got
pieces
to inspect that. Yeah.
Anybody who tells you that is lying.
Yeah.
You don't know.
until you get in there.
Yeah.
Okay.
So from there on, you're in the portal the whole time. You don't have to call anybody, talk to anybody. We send you your estimate through the email into the portal or however you want to see it. It's all right there. Your whole step of the way. You could be in this portal, have all of the communication from invoicing to receipts.
Never have to talk to a human.
No.
Never.
Some people dig that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
absolutely.
since COVID, that's the big thing now. No one wants to talk to anyone.
Right.
But if you want that customer service, you guys are more than willing to come out and do that whole thing.
Exactly. Some people want to get to know the company in
Mhm.
person.
Which I would highly recommend.
Right.
Yeah.
They're awesome.
I'm a people person, so that is
But even then, there's the full transparency in the background. You know what's going on at every stage of your roof. So from your appointment set, you can add it to your calendar all the way through. Here's the invoice, pay it right online, which again, this isn't live yet. This is probably a week or two out. We're just finishing it up.
nice.
And
That's good.
Yeah. So it's going to be, soup to nuts. I said to Kate earlier, it's going to be like Wall-E, where everybody's just sitting.
Yeah.
The Pixar movie.
Yes,
Remember the
absolutely,
roller
absolutely.
skating in the gliders.
Yeah. That's the way the world is going.
Yeah.
All right. Before you head out, tell me about when you guys come out and God forbid there be another hurricane. And we know what happens if that happens. A lot of people lose their roofs, and some people don't know who their roofer are. They have to go with some fly-by-night company. You guys, if you come out and do the roof, you already know who your roofer is. There's an advantage to get it to doing this early, right?
Yeah. A lot of the people first of all, when a storm happens, you have them coming in from every other state, especially they're storm chasers.
Right.
They're probably in Texas right now because of a hailstorm, and then
That's
they're
right.
gonna come here after a hurricane, or they're going to come from Tennessee or wherever. And you know what's going to happen after the storm? They're gone. They're back out of the state, and you're left again calling us 3 years later because everything leaks.
Right.
So that's the biggest thing. There's a few companies that have been in the area for 20, 30 years. That's who you want to use. People like us who are here. We have longevity. We're going to be here. We didn't leave after the last hurricane. We're still here.
Right.
And you know what? And we're fighting what we're going through right now, and we'll still be here. We're going to be one of the last few standing. So many businesses are closing up, like I said.
Yeah.
But before we do cut off, don't forget we're going to be at the Villages. For anybody up there,
Yes.
please come out and see us for the 4th of July American celebration. They're calling it. We have our tent set up. We're going to be giving away some
You got the koozies.
and hats and shirts and pens, but more importantly, we're there to answer those questions about, hey, this person came to my house and they said the village is paying for an inspection. Well, no, they're not. But come talk to us and we'll tell you, what you should.
Big celebration in the Villages, I bet, this weekend. Going to be.
Yeah, I think
you guys
so.
will be out there.
Yeah.
Was it Saturday?
I've never been up there.
Yeah, Saturday 3 to 10, I think. There are fireworks and stuff.
I
So
think that was it.
They party up there.
oh yeah.
That's right
You
here.
ready?
I
There's
can't wait.
cheerleaders.
I am excited.
They got cheerleaders?
They got cheerleaders.
Yes.
We're really
I'm
excited.
super excited to go up there.
Yeah.
And it's a new area for us. As other businesses are closing, we're expanding.
Yeah.
So we're trying to expand it into the Villages. And mostly because we know that's an area where people are getting the raw end of the deal.
Yeah, it's a target-rich environment for the
Yes.
scammers.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's not
So
cool.
hopefully we can come in and make a difference and set everybody, on the right path. I'm not saying there aren't good roofers up there, but there's a lot of scamming up there.
Of course, it's scamming everywhere. That's for damn sure.
And
All
guess
right.
what?
Well, thank you guys for coming in.
Thanks for having us.
Kate, don't worry. Hockey starts soon. So your man aquarium will be back open.
I can breathe.
Okay,
Yeah,
good.
yeah,
Just so you know.
Very grateful.
Yeah, they should have the Lightning should come up with something where when they walk in their suits, the fans can be, ladies can be all around them.
That would be one. I would love that. Can I sign up? Or...
They do that at Madison Square Garden.
I think we just created another revenue stream. Yeah. My employers will be very happy with me. All right. Thank you guys for coming in. One last quick break. Come back and Big O will join us and talk a little baseball as we get excited for another Big O show coming up a little bit later on tonight. Stay with us. Pitch Roofing believes giving back is part of doing business the right way. That's why they proudly offer exclusive discounts to those who gave the most to our communities, including veterans, first responders, seniors, and teachers. And for listeners of the JP Peterson Show, there's even more good news. Pitch Roofing is now offering a special discount just for fans of the show. With so many roofing companies coming and going in Florida, it's important to choose a contractor you can count on long after the job is done, especially when it comes to honoring your warranty. Pitch Roofing is built for the long haul with a reputation for quality, transparency, and standing behind their work. Whether it's a repair or a full replacement, their team delivers honest guidance, quality workmanship, and no high-pressure sales. Call 727-67-PITCH, 727-677-4824, or visit pitchroofing.com to schedule a free estimate.
Pitch roofing done right.
Big thanks to Italiano Insurance, the great folks over there. They will soon be part of Gallagher Insurance. A little name change, but same great folks, same great customer service you've known for over 65 years. They do all the work. You save all the money. ItalianoInsurance.com at 813-877-7799. Hey, guys, you already know that Riveters is the best sports bar in all of Tampa Bay, but now it gets even better for Rays baseball season. During all Rays games, check this out, $6 Tito's, $6 Jack, $6 margaritas, all during Rays games. Are you kidding me? And that's always a great pour from the great bartenders at Riveters. Great service, great food, everything is fresh, nothing is frozen. And let me tell you, if you want baseball and wings, you will not find any better than Riveters. Their sauces, like the blue cheese and the ranch, and everything is handmade, and the wings are big and they're perfect. Wings, baseball, Rays, Riveters. It all comes together during baseball season. Once again, in addition to all the great food and service you get, $6 Tito's, $6 Jacks, $6 margaritas. It's time to celebrate. Baseball season is back, and celebrate at Riveters. You know where it is, right there on Dale Mabry, just north of 275, just south of the stadium. See you there at Riveters. Hey, the Golden Diamond Source wants to be your family jeweler, so don't wait any longer to find that one-of-a-kind perfect engagement ring for that special someone in your life. At the Golden Diamond Source, they can design anything you want personally. The Golden Diamond Source can help you trade in your old broken jewelry and use it towards a new purchase as well. And with gold prices at record high, now is the best time to do it. They only sell natural diamonds at the Golden Diamond Source, so if it's a real love, it should be a real natural diamond. Don't start your relationship with a fake diamond. Bad idea. And with the Golden Diamond Source first-time buyer program, you can learn all about the 4 C's in all the different shapes and styles. And they are able to show you a huge selection of inventory to choose from. And don't forget, 0% financing for up to 5 years. If you finance $5,000, it's only $83 a month. Make sure it's a Golden Diamond Source diamond, 3800 Almerton Road, always online at goldendiamond.com.
It's a love you give only at Golden Diamond Source.
Hey, JP here for Genesis of Tampa and the Murphy Auto Group. I think the best way to experience a business is to use that business. And I just did at Genesis of Tampa. Just bought a GV70, a 2023, and it feels and drives all new. It's an absolutely fantastic car. The technology, the comfort, and the price, absolutely outstanding. Frankly, I never thought I could get into a car like this, but they made me a deal I could not refuse. And I also get the VIP service where you can just drive right up, their pit stop service. They'll top off all the fluids, make sure your air in your tires is good, new wipers if you want them. If you need extended service, they will come to you, bring you a courtesy car, and then bring your car back. What more do you want? The experience was just VIP all the way. And you can get that at Genesis of Tampa. And don't forget, you can get extended warranty, which I did. So I have worry-free miles up to 100,000, and all they do is just take it in. Actually, I don't have to take it in. They come to me. It's perfect. It's Genesis of Tampa right there, 801 East Bears Avenue, right off of 275. Go see them and tell them JP sent you.
Let's go. Right now, back to the show on FanStream Sports.
All right, welcome back to the JP Peterson Show. Here's we roll on. Last few minutes here. We got to get Big O on in preparation for our Big O show coming up around 12:30. What's up, partner? How are you?
Good, man. Listen, wins all around.
We can't stop winning.
The team wins. USA wins.
Can't stop
JP and the
hitting home runs.
Petermans wins.
Everybody wins.
Everybody wins. Hamon wins. I know he's winning over there in Texas.
Except the Yankees.
Except the Yankees.
The Stankies.
Wow.
The Yankees.
They're going through a bit of a serious slide and carried over into July.
It ain't gonna stop till Judge comes back.
See what Judge said, right?
No, what did he say?
He went after him as the captain. He said, we got to have better focus. He said literally the words, because when you walk out, because they have a thing that says do your job, and he goes, we got to remember that saying, do your job, because they're kind of breaking up and they're not They're playing a little individualistically. Though last night for them, real quick, they scratched and clawed back, and then they tie a game, and then they end up giving up 4 in the 11th. So
walked into winning run, right? Tying run?
Yeah, no, they walked in the tying run. Well, no, they walked in a run because they were at home, so they walked in a run, and then they made an error and just opened up the floodgates for.
Might be time to fire Billy Martin again.
Billy Martin, dude, that was classic when you texted me that last night. I love it, Homo. You went back in the day.
The old
fired him numerous times. So
the old man would have gone through 2 managers.
Maybe
by now.
they haven't fired Aaron Boone enough times yet. They haven't fired him once
ever.
Yeah, and but an interesting deal because obviously that opens a good opportunity for the Rays being so hot, and the antagonists, as I call them, the Yankees being so cold. You stretch that out. I mean, when you look at MLB and the midway point that it is right now, 6 races, right? You have 6 divisions. There's only one that's wide open. And you would have thought that it would be the Atlanta Braves, who got off to a 2-month torrid start.
They went into a nosedive in June.
They went into a nosedive in June. It's 2.5 now for the Fighting Phils and Don Mattingly's Philadelphia Phillies. But the West is the only one that's not won in the National League, because the West is still up for grabs. Definitely in the American League, it seems like from 1 to 5. So, Oakland was leading that. Now they're in last place, but they're just a few games out, so that can flip flop. But it's the Dodgers that have, I believe, a 12-game lead. Everywhere else is close as nails, man. So the Rays need to continue their winning ways. I love seeing what Junior is doing. Historic, at bats. And we talked about it a little bit yesterday. The fact that he's just not missing pitches. First pitch by Seth Lugo. This is Seth Lugo who gave up 2 breaking ball pitches, home runs to him. Breaking balls.
Last week.
Started this streak. Gave up 6-7 runs in that outing. So what does he do? He tries to go. He was trying to sink a fastball and then, go really away with some breaking pitches. First pitch just jumped on a hanging sinker, or maybe it might have been a cutter. And it just floated out over the plate. He's not missing mistakes, just not missing. And he's just when you get a talent that good, when you get a talent with that good of bat torque and spin on the ball, and he just is focused, spread out a little more, and he's hitting his pitches. These are these type of zones that you remember from the greats, man. The Ken Griffey Juniors, the Alex Rodriguez, the Pujols, the Manny Ramirez's. I'm just going back 30 years without going back into the obviously the Williams and the Musials and the Mays and the Aarons. No, and just those are the guys that when they're on a hot streak, they're not missing. And I kind of love looking at other sports to think of the uber greats.
Right.
Guy like LeBron maybe 10 years ago when he was with the Heat, you just couldn't give him that extra step, or if you didn't get back in transition, he just blows right by you. It was beautiful to watch, right? You get a guy like Curry, Peyton Manning, Brady, and
just in the zone.
Just in the zone, you can't give those greats that type of an opportunity. So that's where he's at right now, and the Rays are riding him. But I will say, of the 3 of us here, including Hamon and the great JP, of the 3 of us, there's only one big brown Cuban that did say, give my guy a chance to settle down and, get into the 150, 175 at bats. And that is who? Cedric the Entertainer. The big brown Cuban. Last 100.
You did.
I
was kicking him out the door.
You were kicking him out the door.
Get out of here.
You were
old man, washed up.
And it worked once again.
Works every time. Who's next? Who do you want?
Sugar Shane.
Who do you need to get hot?
Sugar Shane, June.
No, I never dogged him.
No, you never did.
But I can.
But he really.
That was just. I thought. Not just as important, but important that.
Well, no, it is massively important. You can't have that guy putting into July like he did with the 0-3 and just shy of a 6 ERA. Hardly got out of 4 innings in all his starts, his 4 starts. So he's way better than that. So he showed, because what happens, if you lose that hammer,
we're in trouble.
You're in trouble.
Big trouble. And just the fact that giving him some rest did the trick.
Yes. Yeah, I think
so they may have to do this every couple months, every 6 or 7 starts, which is
we
fine.
We forget what he's
off for 2.5 years.
What he's coming back from.
Hey, how about I didn't mention this yet. How about the owners opening up the upper deck for the Longo weekend?
Yeah,
that's very popular among the rank and file fans. That's a big deal.
I think that's
and all the things they're doing over there, marketing this team.
Smart.
The Maintenance deck is kick ass.
Yeah,
place looks great. Yeah. Lot of energy.
It just the fact that they've already in a half a season been more proactive than in the last several seasons.
20 years.
Marketing
the team.
I don't
Come
want to say
dog.
20 years.
It's incredible.
Because they did a few things. They, the old ownership did a few things. They put some money in. They created the back, scenario back there when it was kind of a little dreary and you had, the restaurant, remember whatever the hell that was called.
The Batter's Eye restaurant.
The Batter's Eye. Yeah. And they reshaped all of that. The Rays Club. They did some things, but the experience that these guys are already creating is in half a season.
Energy, it's crazy.
Think about you give them more seasons. Think about you give
them
a new ballpark. what excitement could be?
You think about, and we're going to talk about this today on your show, but what could be this year for this Rays team? Like as we sit here at the break, best team in the AL,
right?
Infinite room to improve
still.
Yeah. I mean, you get Joe Adele behind Junior Caminero.
Yeah.
What becomes of this lineup? Holy shit.
Yeah. Maybe add another arm that
Manny Rodriguez is coming back. Useda could be coming back.
No, but I'm saying maybe even trade for
trade for a quality. I mean, this could be a super special season.
It really could.
That they get the stadium done, which I think is definitely going to happen. I've never been more confident. Get that deal done.
Yeah.
Then go on a heater, go get a couple of big pieces, get a couple pieces back. Hell, even Jacob Melton, who we traded for, is crushing it in AAA.
What a talent that kid is.
7 games in, he's hitting 500 with 3 doubles and 3 RBIs.
Yeah, no, that kid saw him in spring training, and I was duly impressed with his makeup.
So hope. I mean, you talk about hope, and the AL sucks. Sucks, but
listen,
this could be the greatest year in franchise history.
Well, let's just concentrate on the AL. The AL is very winnable to go to the World Series, right?
That's what I'm saying.
And then you got the big, heavy lift probably will be the Dodgers. They're just so deep and so challenging.
We'll worry about that when we get there.
We'll worry about it when you get there.
We get to the World Series. We get the stadium done.
Yeah.
Dare I say, it finally extend Junior, which is going to happen.
Yeah,
it's going to happen.
Yeah.
I mean, you talk about the greatest year in the history of the franchise.
Possibly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's right there for the taking. This deal should get done.
Yeah.
We have a great chance to win the American League.
Yeah.
I mean,
as I said in coming on the great JP Peterson Show, win.
Yeah.
Potential for a lot of wins.
Woo!
In many different genres.
And the Longo weekend,
but off the field, community, excitement.
It was always meant to be, bro.
I think so.
Baseball was always meant to be in Tampa Bay. We're this close.
Yeah, we are.
We're this freaking close.
Massively close.
All right. Well, there you go. That's a tease. That's a
Are you feeling hot? How you feeling?
I love that song.
You feeling hot?
Yes. Big O will be salsa-ing.
Hello.
Doing the salsa.
I'll go outside, come back in, start all over.
It's going to be a very entertaining Big O show coming up at 12:30. So be there for that. Thank you, Timmy. Thank you to Jeff Attinella for joining us, Tampa Bay Rowdies guy. Don't forget, July 4th, big day. We're giving away 4 tickets for that tomorrow and Friday for your Tampa Bay Rowdies July 4th celebration. So we'll do that tomorrow. Have a great day, everybody. Big O show coming up. Rays baseball coming up as well.